Researchers at the University of Oklahoma Health Sciences Center are closing in on a new way to diagnose one of the deadliest of cancers. It's a breakthrough that offers hope of a treatment to stop the progression of pancreatic cancer. But doctors warn it will still take millions of dollars in additional research before the treatment is available to patients stricken with the deadly disease.
Researchers here at the Stanton Young Biomedical Research Center believe the work they're doing could eventually lead to new chemotherapy treatments for pancreatic cancer. According to the National Cancer Institute, pancreatic cancer is the fourth leading cause of cancer-related deaths in the United States, claiming more than 38,000 lives each year, including such famous Americans as Apple founder Steve Jobs, actor Patrick Swayze of Dirty Dancing fame, and jazz legend Dizzy Gillespie. Pancreatic cancer begins in the tissues of the pancreas, an organ that lies behind the lower part of the stomach. The pancreas, together with the bile duct, produces enzymes that aid digestion, along with hormones that help regulate the metabolism of sugars. Once a cancerous lesion is discovered, the outlook for patients is bleak.
Unfortunately, the 5-year mortality of patients with pancreatic cancer is about 6%. Meaning out of 100 people with pancreatic cancer, only 6 will be alive 5 years from now.
Dr. Courtney Houchin says the cancer typically spreads rapidly and is rarely detected in its early stages when it's most treatable.
There are no real early warning symptoms. Patients can present with back pain or jaundice where they turn yellow, but those are usually late signs of the disease. And it's for that reason, it's very, very difficult to catch early enough to successfully treat. Currently, the only successful treatment is surgical removal of the tumor. And therefore, it's very tough if you can't get it early. There are no real good cures, medical or radiation treatments for pancreatic cancer.
Risk factors for pancreatic cancer include a family history of the disease, smoking, and diabetes. African Americans have a 40 to 50% increased risk of contracting the disease. Research scientist Pathy Suraban says their previous studies enabled them to identify a gene that serves as a marker for both colon and pancreatic cancer.
And then what we went ahead and we started designing drugs in order to target this gene. So when we targeted this gene in animal models, so we saw a significant reduction in the tumor compared to the controls.
Houchin says their current research focuses on one specific protein that may provide the key to understanding what triggers pancreatic cancer and allows it to spread.
We've identified a protein called DCLK1, where we think this protein may be on the cell of origin of pancreatic cancer and other solid tumors, and the action of the protein may be involved in the processes that start and promote cancer.
Suraban says the next step is developing a drug that targets the protein, effectively telling the cancer stem cell to turn itself off. That's what makes this research unique.
Traditional therapies do not target the cancer stem cell. It will target the other cells, but it escapes the cancer stem cell, which repopulates the cancer. So what we are doing is this gene targets the cancer stem cell, so that's why it makes it more unique, so that we are killing the roots so that more cells are not produced.
Suraban believes the research may have implications for other types of cancer.
This gene is upregulated in prostate, breast, and colorectal, all those various cancers, liver cancer to say. So it is very unique because it is in various cancers. So we are targeting in one cancer, may be beneficial for other cancers, it's in the similar pathway.
The research still has several hurdles to overcome before going from laboratory bench to patient bedside. Houchin says they have applied for funding from the National Institutes of Health to continue their studies.
We've also started a company called Core Biotechnology that we are developed, hoping to take this lab-based technology to the public through commercialization effects.
Researchers are also hoping private investors will join the effort. They estimate another $3 million is needed to advance the research to clinical trials on human patients.